Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Texans going up against the Panthers. With that, let's get up to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Here's the kicker, Nick Novak, to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Cam Newton brings out the 6-10 Carolina Panthers. And, boy, I know it's tough for the fans to hear that 6-10 record because they expected a lot more this year coming off the Super Bowl appearance. What questions need to be answered in the offseason?
Well, I think let's start on offense and keep it there because the offensive line, both tackles, I think more help at wide receiver, at running back. And Cam Newton, they've talked about the ability of him to evolve as a quarterback. They want to kind of use the Ben Roethlisberger model, where he doesn't run as much, the ball's out of his hands quicker in the pocket, and becomes better and more proficient, more accurate with his throws downfield. They want to take some of those hits off of him and extend his career.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Here's Newton now on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, the Texans' 4th-round pick, rookie Tyler Ervin. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former Pitt Panther, Tom Savage.
And Tom Savage is one of those guys that when you look at him, you see the potential that's there. You get a chance to watch him practice and see him throw the football. But he hasn't had many chances to play in games, and you just wonder if given a full shot, what exactly would it look like?
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And speaking of Lamar Miller, up over 1,000 yards this season for the Houston Texans, 5 touchdowns as well. And the second time in his 5-year career, he topped the 1,000 mark.
And he did it missing 2 games due to injury, so just think of what the numbers could have been. But looking forward, he is such a versatile player. I would not be surprised if Bill O'Brien adds a little more to his plate in 2017 and throws the ball a little bit more to him out of the backfield. Get him into space and let him create bigger plays that way as well.
Savage now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Mike Adams can cover receivers whether he's playing in the slot or outside the numbers at cornerback. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Third and long. It's Savage. He finds his target, Fuller. A good pickup there, a 22.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Savage now on second. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And now here's a carry heading left. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
Savage from the shotgun snap. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On first down, Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And on your screen, the defensive starters for the Houston Texans. One thing's for sure, throughout the season, but really in the playoffs. Clowney and Merciless, boy, did they come on. You get J.J. Watt back next year, a good defense becomes even better.
You're exactly right about that. This was a defense that did not get the credit it deserved all year long. Finished the season #1 in total defense in the NFL. And as you mentioned, that's without J.J. Watt. Just think, when they get him back and put everyone else to use again, look out. The Houston Texans will be stout again on the defensive side of the ball.
To throw is Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
12 yards to go on 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference on the defense. Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st down, it's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And the numbers down a bit from their Super Bowl year this season for Jonathan Stewart. Did have some injuries. He finished with 824 yards, 9 touchdowns, though. Good in that department.
When it's around the goal line, he's a terrific runner because he knows how to get there, and he can run through contact, run through trash, as we like to say. That's part of the reason he accumulates the injuries that he does, because he runs inside a lot and takes on those linebackers. But they're going to work on Jonathan Stewart in the offseason, get him healthy, and have him back ready to go for next season.
The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target, and it's 3rd down. Third and 4. Now Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just need a little more oomph behind it, and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now it's Miller. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe it's something they can build on as this game continues.
To throw on second down is Savage. Caught here by Griffin. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First and 10, Savage. And this is caught on the sideline, but no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds, incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
This is Miller, about 3 yards there to the 27. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Throwing on third down, it's Savage. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that brings up fourth down. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on fourth down, that's big for the defense.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And a nice gain.
Look, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end for the Carolina Panthers. Third straight year over 1,000 yards. Receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season anyone expected, least of all the Carolina Panthers, but he's a building block that they can go ahead and get. back to form starting in 2017.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
Hey, we've got tight left, tight ends left. Hey, 4 down.
Now Anderson. He'll hit Whitaker on the flat. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And he's got room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. At the end of one, 14-0 is our score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Anderson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Check three. All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No, a little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Let's go! Green 39! Green!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And the Texans scoop it. And here comes the Texans now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Caught here by Griffin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now third down, less than a yard. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On the run, this is Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That call was actually a linebacker's dream. A draw play when you're blitzing. Because they're trying to set up and fool you into thinking it's a pass. But because they're doing so, they're actually opening up a crease for you to get through and get to the ball carrier. An excellent play for the linebacker.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the completion to Strong. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. 3rd down now following the completed pass.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Anderson completes it to Dixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
All right, here we go.
Anderson. Wide open receiver complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Back to throw here. Miller on the catch over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. On the tackle, it's Captain Mutterly.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our 1st half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Anderson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Anderson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Set, green 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Panthers haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Texans have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. 1st and 10, and he'll end up at the 10-yard line before being tackled. Late in the first quarter, the quick pass and completion is made, and he'll end up at the 45-yard line before being tackled. 3rd down at the 49. Strong's got the reception, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 42. Texans would later kick a field goal. Panthers with the ball midway through the second. Broken coverage here on the pass play, and that connection will lead to a gain of 14 yards. Panthers would later throw a pick on the drive. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl. Traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
3rd down and 12. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his man, Griffin. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Griffin's got it, middle of the field. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here with Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
Ten yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Surveying the field. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll look to throw here on first down. Man open left side, it's Williams. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Houston first. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Akeem Hunt, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And the lead is now 24. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, the spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Covington. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now Anderson. He's got time. And that's incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Here we go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
And they'll run it here. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd down, still 14 yards left. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start offense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Anderson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Here's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Four down. Check. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Pulled in at the 24. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
go.
go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, look at the juke. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
shotgun. He'll look to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Set! Blue line!
Back to throw now on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you got to count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Mumphrey with it over the middle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tight end right. Set! Green, 39!
Anderson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Anderson. And the tight end Dixon left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it. Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look.
Green 39.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete.
Holding. Offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Miller with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now 1st down and 15. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Well, a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Man, it wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Anderson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Now Anderson. And that is incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Start offense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude it? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now back to throw. Surveying the field. And oh, he coughed it up.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The Texans defense, we watched them get set to go. And they were able to halt them last time on 4th down. Was a great stand. They'll be looking for another stand here.
To be able to stand up against someone trying to go for it on 4th down, because obviously they went for it because they thought that they could get it, that they thought they had the right play call. Didn't happen. They're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves going forward and flexing the rest of this game.
And the offense will be trying to prevent that flex on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target that time, Brenton Burson. And 4th down coming up. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So more problems here. It's a third missed field goal, and they can't even get on the board.
It's certainly been a struggle so far, and it's easy to pile on the kicker. But this offense has to do a better job of finishing drives, too.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Let's go!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.